A long time. How are you? You call your cousin and friends? It's okay. Can they switch on AC recording? Okay. Then increase the. Just one more. Just one.
Sir wants less fan. I don't know. I just assumed that.
One. No, no, because the thing is, there'll be a lot of glare. People can't see.
You can even draw the curtains in case you are getting the glare.
Now it's fine. Just fine. Could you pass me those two, both of them? I need just elevation for the phone. Both of them.
Oh, God. The lid was. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's better.
You met daddy, mama? You met daddy? Then her father-in-law you met? Yeah. You met her father-in-law? No, okay, ma. We came directly here. Also, to it, yeah. I like so I to let's also talk about the one. Oh, when you have talent, humiliating someone. I happened to go inside. She was on the dining table, so I didn't go. I mean, straight away, he's not in that state of mind. Of course, I go. Why going? I waited my God.
Okay, we start.
Yeah.
प्रातः स्मरामि हृदि संस्फुरदात्मतत्त्वम् सच्चित्सुखं परमहं सगतिं तुरीयम् यत्स्वप्नजागरसुषुप्तमवेति नित्यम् तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलमहं न च भूतसङ्गः. We chant the first 5 verses. तपोभिक्षीणपापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिणां मुमुक्षु नामपेक्षोऽयम् आत्मबोधो विधीयते बोधोऽन्यसाधनेभ्यो हि साक्षान्मोक्षैकसाधनम् पाकस्य वह्निवज्ञानम् विना मोक्षो न सेद्यति अविरोधितया कर्म नाविद्यां विनिवर्तये विद्या विद्यां निहन्त्येव तेजस्विनिरसङ्गव परिच्छिन्न इवाज्ञानात् तन्नाशे सति केवलः स्वयं प्रकाशते ह्यात्मा मेघापायेऽंशुमानिव अज्ञानकलुषं जीवम् ज्ञानाभ्यासाद् विनिर्मलम् कृत्वा ज्ञानं स्वयं नश्येत् जलं कतकरेणुव chant verse 2 5 बोधोऽन्यसाधनेभ्यो हि साक्षान्मोक्षैकसाधनम् पाकस्य वह्निवज्ञानम् विना मोक्षो न सेद्यति बोधोऽन्यसाधनेभ्यो हि साक्षान्मोक्षैकसाधनम् पाकस्य वह्निवज्ञानम् विना मोक्षो न सेद्यति So, we covered last time who is an adhikari, right? Adhikari is a person who has vivekam, vairagyam, shad sampatti, 6 qualities, and mumukshatva. What is vivekam? Discrimination. So, in a relative term, discrimination would be what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong, what is moral, what is immoral, what to choose. This is all discrimination. When he talks about adhikari, he is talking about another kind of discrimination, which is the discrimination between what is eternal, what is what? Temporary. What does it mean? What is eternal? What is temporary means what? So what is everlasting and what is not? So when we talk about life, we're always pursuing what is temporary. So all our pleasures are temporary. Whatever we pursue, this is all temporary, right? So anything that you can get in the world is temporary. Yad drishyam tan nashyam. Meaning whatever you see is nashyati, meaning it will go, it will destroy. So, and whatever you seek is temporary. So your vivekam is what is everlasting, what will give me everlasting peace versus what will give me temporary peace. It's not that you should not pursue temporary peace, that's okay, but one must have that vivekam ki, even in this pursuit of this temporary peace, it is temporary. There's nothing wrong with going to a movie, but nothing wrong in being excited about getting married. Anybody getting married? No, all got married. Huh? Nothing wrong in being excited, but you think that my Prince Charming will take me and then I'll live. Last page of fairy tales is what?
Live happily.
Happily ever after. That you should be aware. I'm not saying there is no happy ever after. There is, but it's not permanent. So, see, whenever you follow anything temporary, understand that it is temporary. Do it, but temporary. Some cousins come to your house, you are having fun. What is it that you're dreading?
Go back.
कब जाएंगे मत जाओ you'll be saying. So when they come, understand that they will go and enjoy. This is a philosopher. Philosopher is always prepared. He is not a pessimist. अरे जाएंगे. You're not enjoying. So pessimist and philosopher is different. Philosopher is prepared. All the time prepared for anything. So that is vivekam. What is temporary, what is permanent? With vivekam, you have that vairagyam. Vairagyam is you enjoy anything, but as a witness you enjoy. You're not a participant. आपको कुछ नहीं होता है. जो होता है, you're seeing that and you're enjoying it. It is very interesting.
That means Vairagya is the byproduct of Vivek. Yes.
One cannot. Vairagyam is not the cause. Dispassion is not the cause. Dispassion is the effect of knowledge. The knowledge is very important. That is why he will talk about knowledge. Huh?
Your Vivek, sir, your important.
My guru says, he will say, hey Vivek, what he'll say, he'll ask me some question. He'll ask me some question. And I will say some answer. He'll say, name only is Vivek, it says. Name is Vivek. What all he implies with that, he'll just leave it at that. So yes, Vivekam is that. Now, when you have Vivekam, you have Vairagyam, and there are all these 6 Kshama, Dhamma, what are all the other things? Do you remember? Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadha, and then Mumukshata. Very good. I'll remember that. So, one is mind control, another is sense control, another is renunciation, again repetition, another is Shraddha, to follow something that you don't know, and then one is stability, and one is Titiksha. Titiksha is what?
Bearing.
Bearing?
Sense.
Yeah. But what? Qualify that. Sense Shakti with what? Titiksha means what? नहीं, दुख को सहन करो. सुख को क्या सहन करो? Forbearance, but what? With what?
With equanimity. You don't get ruffled.
Yes, and mind what? Mind is just like that mind you're saying. What about mind? What state is the mind in when you are going through that Sahan Shakti? Going through a difficult situation, na?
Yeah.
Titiksha means what? Going through a difficult situation with what?
You're sorrowful.
You're sorrowful, but with what? Huh? You're sorrowful in the surroundings, but what is your mental state? No, then it's not titiksha. What is titiksha? That's the beauty of titiksha. What is titiksha? You're going through discomfort, but with what?
So you know it behind that. This is also one phase it will pass by.
No, you're going through discomfort with happiness. Say correct, no?
No, that's
How is that possible? How is that possible? A guest comes to your house. You have 1 bedroom. They have to sleep over. Where do you sleep? In the living room. Where do the guests sleep? Guests sleep. In your bedroom. What is the most comfortable thing to do? Sleep in your own bed. But you will sleep on the floor and they will sleep. Why are you doing that? Why are you going through discomfort? Guess now. But what is your attitude? क्यों आए यार? You will say that? You say, please man, enjoy the bed. I'll switch on this, switch on that, see the TV. You will sleep outside. You are at, on the floor, it's not comfortable. But you're happy that the guest is happy. You're going through discomfort, but with pleasure. This is the quality Indians have. This you will not get with foreigners. Huh? You go, I'm telling you, you go to a foreigner's house. Where you sleeping? They will give you outside some guest room. They'll give you. They'll not give you the bedroom, or they'll say, please sleep on the sofa. It's not that they are bad or anything. Just that that's not the culture. So titiksha is an amazing quality. Local train you're going. How many can sit in that local train? Four. Three. Okay, four. Three. धक्का देके. But let's say three are there and somebody, they know, like an old person has come. What do the people do? Sir, बैठिए. You are standing in the local train. Bombay local is difficult. In the local train, you will stand and then let the old man sit. Or if somebody has come, your friend's friend has come and you don't know him. You are four people. What will you say? अरे यार बैठ जाए यार बहुत place है बहुत place. All of you fat people, but somebody will go like this, like this, like this, and you'll adjust him. Instead of one person going through that discomfort, all five will go through discomfort, but with happiness. This is the beauty of Titiksha. Indians have this. Titiksha must be applied. If you evolve with Viveka and Vairagya, you will apply Titiksha to everything in life. Daughter-in-law is not listening to you. Titiksha. She's like my daughter only now. What's the big deal? You go through that. Very difficult. But yes, you go through that. And then mumukshatvam. So mumukshatvam is the very important word here. When you have certain qualities, you will have mumukshatvam. You can't have mumukshatvam first. It's an effect. It's an effect. And very few people have this. Mumukshatvam is a desire. No, it's an intense desire to liberate yourself. Swami Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, mumukshatvam is like if you put a person, take his head and put it under water. What does he feel? What is his feeling? He just wants to get out of that water. Give me $1 million. Take whatever you want. Just get me out. He has no value for anything that you offer. You know what? Here, lele, ice cream, lele. Arey, just get me out. That is moksha. What? Get me out of what? This limitation. What is this limitation? Everything in this world is limitation that I'm going through. The body is limiting. The mind is limiting. People around are limiting. Experiences are limiting. And what do you want? You want something which frees you. Every human being wants freedom. Freedom is the first and the foremost and the last thing that you want. Why is there a divorce? Misunderstanding. And what else? Misunderstanding leads to what? Communication leads to what? Lack of communication leads to what? You curb people. You curb people. You limit other person. We, in the name of attachment, what do we do? Just the other day I was talking to my cousin, telling me, you know what, I have a son and a daughter, but I'm so attached to my daughter, not so attached to my son, so attached to my daughter. Can't be without her even for an hour. I said, good, you have a very pakka, bright future of what? Full of agitation. Future is full of agitation. What are you saying? The more you are attached, the more you will suffer. Yes, she understood. Ah, yeah, I even now I understand when she's not there, I don't know what to do and this and that. But the more you're attached, the more you will suffer that girl. Because, kahan ja rahi? Where are you going? Hey, Mama, I'm not going anywhere. Acha, acha, I'm going to my friend's house. Acha, acha. Within 5 minutes. Have you reached? Mama, 5 minutes पैदल जा. I will reach. What is the big deal? No, when you reach, give me a message. Yeah, mummy, not yeah, I'll message, but I can message. And after half an hour, when are you coming? I said, Mummy, I'm not going to a party or anything. I'm just here. You know that friend. Acha, come back by 8. 8:01. Tring, call. 8:01. What happened?
No.
8:01. Where are you? You're supposed to call me and come. What is the girl? You know what? I want to go to US for what? Studies? No. I want to escape this mother, Too much attachment. Too much attachment. You will suffer, you will make that person. You want freedom. Every human being essentially wants.
It's like I'm not living and I'm not letting live.
Yes.
So after nothing, the person will suffer from.
What is happening to that girl? The girl is like, what, too much tension every time, mother, mother, mother. Too much. Is she happy? She's not able to enjoy with her friend. Mother also tension, full of tension. Mother is enjoying? No. The daughter is enjoying? No. Freedom, no freedom. So I said, you're not giving her freedom. Then she's understanding. Oh, yes, I restrict her as well. I have to be careful. Be careful. Yes, it's better late than never. At least think now, I said. I don't know what happens. So, mumukshatvam, you just don't want to be like this. What? A state of limitation. Because whatever you contact is temporary. You get temporary pleasure. And the immediate thing is, when the object or being leaves, pleasure is gone. How long will you do this? So there are such people who see there's a limitation in the world itself. They appreciate it, they enjoy the world, but they see the limitation. So, mumukshatvam, hardly anybody has. So there is a little bit of mumukshatvam, hence the weekly classes. Very little, once a week. Very little, 0.00000000001%. That's why 1 week, that much mumukshatvam is there. Because world is so important. I'm not saying you should come to the point, but that's where it shows. Now, so in this verse 2, बोधोन्य साधनेभ्यो हि साक्षान् मोक्षैक साधनम. Bodha is one thing. Sadhanebhyo hi bodhonya anya sadhanam. Bodha anya sadhanam. Sakshan mokshaika sadhanam. Mokshaika sadhanam means what? Sadhanam means what is the means for moksha? Bodha is the means for moksha, not anya sadhanam. The first line is, you see the book, bodhonya sadhanebhyo hi sakshan mokshaika sadhanam. So, for moksham, you need bodha. Bodha means knowledge, not anya sadhana. I'll explain that. Just like pakasya vahni, meaning to cook, you need paka. Paka means fire, right? Ultimately, to cook, you need fire. This is the example. See, it starts with the example. Pakasya vahni vajnanam vina moksham siddhyati. Jnanam vina moksha. Without jnanam, no moksha. Right. So for this, one need to understand what is this anya sadhanam. Sadhanam means other ways of disciplines. Other disciplines. What are the other disciplines? You do yoga. Who all does yoga every day? Right. I saw in a yoga center 7 days to self-realization.
Oh my, it can never, ever, ever, ever happen.
And through what? Yoga. So yoga is what? Physical exercise. So many people will claim you come to our, physical exercises, our yoga. Yoga, first is yoga and pranayama. Second is anya sadhanam, is pranayama. With yoga and pranayama, I'll teach you some techniques where your mind will be calm and you become self-relaxed. Not possible. Anya sadhanam, not possible. Bodha only. Anya sadhanam, nahi, he says. Nahi. What is the other thing? Puja. Puja. I'll tell you why I'm saying this. Puja, bhajans, all anya sadhana. You do puja, every day you do puja. Japam, chalo, jap karo, jap karo, jap karo. Every day you do jap. Mala ferat. Mala ferat. Kabir. Kabir. कबीरदास का क्या है? माला फेरत जग. हाँ हाँ हाँ. पंडित बनाना कोई. हाँ. माला फेरत जग भयो. जग भयो, पूरा जग. पंडित बनाना कोई. There is no wisdom. हाँ. पढ़े तो पंडित होए. Correct. माला फेरत जग. Mala से कुछ नहीं होगा. होगा. I'll tell you what is the reason for that. But mala will not give you moksha. Right? What other things is dhyanam, meditation, 7-day meditation, or maun vrat. These are all anya sadhana. So what he's saying is, all these other disciplines will not give you permanent happiness. What they will do is chitta shuddhi, meaning they will cleanse your mind. With a clean mind, you do bodha. With a clean mind, you gain knowledge, and knowledge liberates. So for example, if you want to cook, you have to cut, wash, you have to prepare. all that is necessary. But to cook what? Fire. Can't cook without fire. Cook means fire.
Liberation means both.
Both is knowledge. Liberation means moksha.
Yeah, so for moksha, you need knowledge.
Yes. Knowledge alone. But all these other avenues are necessary to quieten your mind.
Cleanse yourself.
Yes. But those are not the direct source for realization. People go into all these things forgetting the knowledge part. I've seen so many people. I've met one lady in Ananda who is from Czechoslovakia. She told me, I was talking about this meditation, and she told me she used to do meditation every day for 1 hour 10 minutes. Every day. And if she tells others, and everybody's like, oh wow, great. She says, I'm the most frustrated person you can ever find. So, most frustrated person ever. You're doing your meditation every day. That is why you're frustrated, I said. See, meditation is what? See, I'm not saying don't meditate, whatever. You must understand what meditation is, then you do whatever you want. Meditation is single pointed focus on one thought to the exclusion of all other thoughts. Single pointed focus on one thought to the exclusion of all other thoughts. So when he talks about meditation, nobody can think like that. Impossible. When you're thinking about Om, 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 क्या हो गया दरवाजा बंद किया कि नहीं? So it goes, the mind goes. The moment you close your eyes, then only, अरे ये काम, अरे all of a sudden this thing that you forgot, it comes to your mind. अरे और I need to write this down. Take a paper and write it down. Again you say things. Oh, that car was really good, no? I mean, I should ask them again. Maybe I should have a test drive. What are you supposed to do? So, to meditate, you need some kind of a mind. See, throughout the day you do certain things, and in the evening you meditate. Doesn't work. Meditation is like, please, Neil is very quiet in the classes. But if we leave him without the classes, no? How he'll be? You know, right? You all know. Yes. But you give him a timeout, stay in the corner. How does he feel? Aram se he'll stay? No. He's agitated. Right? That is what is happening to your mind when you're meditating. The mind wants to go everywhere. But for 1 hour, you are asking the mind to sit in one place and think about one thing. Ish.
So it's like I'm punishing myself.
You are. Immediate effect is peace, obviously. But in the long run, there'll be a rebel.
That is why that lady is frustrated.
And I have seen, I don't need theory, I've seen practicals. And so many people. I've yet to meet a person who meditates and then his actually personality has changed. I have not met. Maybe there are, but I have not. Anybody who is meditating sincerely, people who meditate time pass now, they are okay. But a person who meditates sincerely is in problem. And they don't understand what is the issue. Swamiji immediately says, stop meditating. Stop it. Do this anyasadhana, do japa, do all these unselfish activities, do bhajan, all these things you must do. Don't meditate. It's a very intense practice. That's why in an academy, we get up at 4 and sleep at 9:30, 10. We have 5 minutes of meditation in the day. Just the academy, we are doing serious course there. 3-year residential course on philosophy. We study Atmabodha, Bhajagovindam, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, all these things we study and full on. Every day, 5 hours we study. 5 hours. Every day, 3 years non-stop. No weekend, no vacation. And we do 5 minutes of meditation. That's the reason. You don't meditate, you become meditative. Meditation is an effect again. It's not a cause. You don't sit and meditate. If you feel shanti, go into meditation. You can try, but understand that it's not the cause for happiness. They give you temporary relief. Right. So, Bodha, that's what he's saying. Of all spiritual disciplines, knowledge of the self is verily the direct means for liberation. As fire for cooking, liberation cannot be attained without knowledge of the self. So, what he's saying, the procedures and preparations are necessary. Okay, that's fine. But to cook, you need fire. So, for liberation, direct means is knowledge. Knowledge, why? What all these sages and saints are saying is, your original state is paripurna, meaning you're already full. Meaning what? You're already happy. So, come and live my life. What a tension, depressing life you have. I have, and you're saying already happy. Doesn't make sense, right? So already happy, he's saying. All the scriptures are saying. All the sages and saints are saying, Amen. What are you searching for? You're already happy. Sir, just look at my wife. You will know how happy I am. So what he's saying? What is he saying? Is your state is happiness. How do you know that? What are you pursuing in life? Happiness, right? So if you take a spring which is 4 feet, right? You press it 1 feet. What happens? There's a pressure, right, in your hand. 2 feet, more pressure. 3 feet, even more pressure. When will the pressure go? When you release. So what is the original state of the spring? 4 feet. So there is a pressure until it reaches the original state, right? 4 feet. What is the pressure that human beings have?
Pressure.
What is the constant pressure we have? Pressure for what? What do we want? What kind of happiness we want? We want permanent happiness. You check it. You find out yourself. You don't want temporary happiness. You want permanent happiness. You want happiness which stays. So there is a constant pressure for pleasure. That means what? You want pleasure. That means your original state is pleasure. You don't want pain. I'll give you pain, sir. Thank you. Give me more. If I give you pleasure, you will say, no, enough, बहुत pleasure हो गया. Will anybody say that? I give you more pleasure. Sir, बस करो sir, बहुत हो गया. I'm fed up with pleasure. No. और दो. और दो. It is your original state. But there are many ways to conclude that. This is one of the easiest way. So, since you want pleasure, that is your state. And what kind of pleasure? Infinite pleasure. Infinite pleasure is the state. That is your state. But why don't I experience it? don't know that you are infinite. How did that happen? That happened. When did that happen? I don't know. It happened. Now, to get rid of that unhappiness, the only way is what? To know that you are happy. Person who forgets, what do you call that? Memory loss. How does he know who he is? Ask him to meditate, ask him to do bhajan, ask him to do japa, ask him to do go 5 times prayer, ask him to do Sunday church. Will you remember that? You have to show him some pictures. Hey, this is what you are. You know, give him knowledge of who he is. Only knowledge will help. Nothing else will help. Ask him to do yoga. Nothing will. So knowledge is the antidote. You need knowledge. Hence he's saying bodhonya sadhaneti. Only bodha, not anya sadhana. To understand that you are nityam sukham. No other procedure will help. It's not in there. Not in there. But it's very, what is interesting is there are other schools of philosophy as well. In Vedas, there are 6 darshans. Darshans means 6 ways of looking at on deriving philosophy and the way of life. You don't need to get into that. One is Sankhya Darshanam, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Purva Mimamsa. Uttara Mimamsa is Vedanta. Purva Mimamsa and Vedanta. So everybody has a different view of life through Vedas. Vedas is the source. So one of the things that Adi Shankaracharya did is to go around India and debate with these people with different darshanas. And then say that Advaita Darshana, which is Vedantic Darshan, even in Vedanta there are, other duality, monistic dualities there. In Vedanta, he says Advaita Vedanta is the source, is the correct thing. So in Mimamsa, one of the previous darshanas, they say that action alone will get you to moksha. And they try to prove it as well. Different ways. For which the next verse is, he will immediately he spots that Anya sadhanam, right? Anya sadhanam is action. Do unselfish activities and you will reach moksha. For which immediately Adi Shankaracharya says, no. Moksha alone is by knowledge. I will tell you how. Next verse. See, I'm trying as much to make it more practical, but it's difficult. But silver lining in all this is indirect knowledge. In the sense, a direct knowledge is you have a problem with your boss. How do you deal with your boss? I tell you, assess that person, see what his mentality is. Tell me what all he does. I'll give you a solution. Where are the issues that are coming? You tell me all the issues. then we can analyze and then find out how to deal with that person. Or if you can't deal with that person, you may have to quit. But that's the last and last option. But usually you can immediately deal with the person. We were talking in the morning. Once you know, you can deal. That is direct way of dealing. This is indirect knowledge. It doesn't tell you about a particular situation. It more talks about what is the real nature. So once you try and understand this, other things come into perspective. Other things,
Prepares you for everything.
yes. So, but it's not a direct preparation for you.
Got it.
It's like indirect. Pythagoras theorem, you learn that direct application. Atomic theory, you learn something like that. Direct application is not there. But there is another areas where the wisdom is generated, the wisdom is applied. That is what Atmabodha is all about. So, next verse, twice. Avirodhitaya karma na vidyam vinivartaye vidya vidyam nihantiva tejas timira sanghava avirodhitaya karma na vidyam vinivartaye vidya vidyam nihantiva tejaspimira sanghava. So avirodhitaya karma. Avirodhitaya means not opposed to karma. What? Na vidya, ignorance. So ignorance is not opposed to karma. So it says action cannot destroy ignorance. Immediately it says, because Mimamsa says action, you do good activity, you will reach moksha. He says immediately he counters that action cannot destroy ignorance as it is not opposed to ignorance. I'll explain that as well. Knowledge alone destroys ignorance as light destroys darkness. Again, this is the second example. Light destroys darkness. What is the previous example? What was the previous example? What is the upama he is giving you? Upama is example. Fire for cooking. Fire for cooking, and then light for darkness. Right? Right. So, in the Vedas, there are karma kanda and jnana kanda. Karma kanda, don't worry about the technical terms, is more emphasis on activity than knowledge. What Adi Shankaracharya is saying is, activity will do chitta shuddhi, meaning your mind, it will cleanse, definitely. That's the only way to cleanse. And after cleansing, you need knowledge. But what has happened in that time, and even now, is you will see many masters advocating certain way of behavior pattern, right? One is they will do, okay, let's do what do you call, let's build some orphanages and do that work. I'm not saying don't build. We also support many kids. That's not a problem. But once you do that, something will happen to you. Good. You will reach that permanent state. Or some people will say, let's do, bhajans or, evening, if you go to churches, I don't know, is there a good church here? In Hyderabad, there's a church near our house. So every Sunday, if I'm there, I go in the evening. Beautiful singing. It's so inspiring. But that will not lead you to moksha. It will not give you permanent happiness. It will give you temporary happiness for sure. It cleanses you, for sure. But what you're searching for is infinite happiness. So that he is trying to see for you and me, it is not so important, these things. It's for me. But I'm doing this full time. But for us, more generally, day-to-day activities are more important, But this is for a sadhak who is trying to gain, he has mumukshatva, he has this,
Intense curiosity.
yeah, it's like he's not satisfied by what you give to him. So let's say you give him $1 million, right? $1 million is a lot. He will say, thank you very much. But can it give me happiness? Can you guarantee me happiness? He doesn't say, I don't care about $1 million. You take your $1 million. He will take. He will take. He will use it somewhere. But his immediate question is, will that give me happiness? Now, my question to you is, will it? Yes or no?
It will give him temporary
It will give happiness. Why? Because with $1 million, you can buy a Maserati. You know what a Maserati is? You know. Maserati is, it's not like a Mercedes. It's a high-class Mercedes, right? Maserati. Right?
I have a slightly different view on a Maserati.
Okay. Okay, let's not go into that.
Yeah.
Bentley. At least Bentley is not Mercedes category. Okay. Bentley, you sit in a Bentley, it's a different experience. Not in this Mumbai traffic. You go out, go to Goa. Going to Goa in a Kia or in a Maruti or anything or electric was going to Goa in a Bentley. There is a difference. Please don't say there's no difference. There is happiness, of course. But this man who has mumukshatva, how long can it give me happiness? So you ask a person who has Bentley, after 3 months, ask him, how's your car? Maza aa raha hoga na? You must be in the 9th heaven. There are 9th heaven, 7th heaven. Cloud number 9. Brian Adams. Are you there? Good. It's nice. It's amazing. I no doubt better than a BM5 series, of course. But man, you know what? I'm planning to, my friend has that. Yeah, my friend has that chopper. What is a chopper? Helicopter. 6-seater. 6-seater. Then I can just go anywhere. This waiting in that line for the airplane. I know business class, but still I have to wait. Go there. I can have my own airfield. Land wherever I want. I told you about my chopper experience. That's it. Oh, you don't know? So interesting. There's a business person who came from Bombay to meet Swamiji. We came to our cricket field. We put that chopper thing. He came. And then he happened to go back and I had a class. So we just asked him, we just asked the other person, our student only, can you talk to him if he can, he's going backwards, you can go take a ride. Just, I say, well, yeah, we didn't know nothing will happen. We knew that. We were supposed to take a train anyway. We booked the train ticket. And so she said, why not? I'll ask. And then he said, of course, please be my guest. We were in the 9th heaven only. Shop you're going, And said, yes, but we had to wait for like 2 hours for that, he was busy and then there's so many permissions they have to take off and land the chopper. It's not just you buy your own chopper and just go. There's so many permissions. There are 2 pilots, handsomely dressed pilots. So we sat and then, used to going in a plane like this. This one goes like this. So strange. Goes like this and fast 300 kilometers per hour. Within 15 minutes, we are in Bandra. Bandra. Juhu. Juhu, there is a chopper place, right? 15 minutes. It took me 6:45 I started, 8:45 I came. 2.5 hours almost from Bombay to here. And no traffic. 15 minutes, man. And you know what? We are a little, we have khujli. We keep asking people, keep questioning, what are you doing? How is your life? This and that. We just want to know. We are very curious. So we asked him, hey, how is this? Must be good, huh? So of course, it's good. But you know Chamaria? Anybody knows Chamaria? Chamaria from Kolkata. He's a millionaire. He started that, Chamaria, he started that IT park in Kolkata. He started with his own money. Chamaria ji came. He has a 12-seater. He's got a 12-seater. So I said, 6-seater is good enough, right? Why do you say 12-seater? He says the sound doesn't come inside. With 6-seater, you can take your family, but not your friends. This is the thing he told us. With 12-seater, you can take your friends. That's correct. That's correct. And there's more priority given in it. With, I don't know why. Something, he said. Then we understand what Swamiji was telling us. So you give him a chopper, will he be happy? $1 million you give him, will he be happy? No. No. It's not my theory. It's practical. Ask anybody. Ask Aishwarya Rai. She was the most beautiful lady. What is her only wish? What is her only wish?
You always remain beautiful.
To never grow old. Right? You should see her interview with Oprah when she was young. Amazing how she was and now how she is. Beauty, well, you want beauty which stays, doesn't stay. That's not the riti of the world. You want power, also doesn't stay. Nothing will satisfy you. Because nothing is permanent. You want something permanent. So this person has this mumukshatva. He's really worried about what will give me happiness. Karma kanda will give me happiness. Doing activities will give me happiness. Then I have to take it seriously. Japa, 5 times prayer, will that give me happiness? Then I'll take it seriously. Please tell me. No. That will not give you happiness that you seek so desperately.
Not happy with yourself.
Huh?
You are happy. Happiness is within you.
How do you access that?
Within you. एक बार पता चल जाता है और बार बार ना उसका बंद हो जाता है.
Correct. How do you know that it is within you? Is by this knowledge. Knowledge removes that ignorance that you believe that you are limited. What Vedanta is saying is, dude, you're already happy, but you believe, you don't know that you're happy, so you believe you're limited. Since you believe you're limited, you think if I get this, if I get that, I'll be happy. So if I want to get this, you do activity. So that's where karma kanda starts. So it's an action is not separate from ignorance. Because of ignorance of yourself, you have activity. You do action because there is ignorance. What is ignorance? I am not fulfilled. I am unhappy. I am not full. That is ignorance. You are full is the knowledge. So once you have knowledge, there is no action. That's why they say it's actionlessness. Doesn't mean it doesn't act. So ignorance creates activity. Hence he says, see, you read that. Avirodhitaya, meaning avirodhita means not separate from karma is with avidya, meaning they're same. So for a person like that, it's very important for him. It actually opens his eyes and then says, okay, hey, what do I need to do? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'm wasting my time in this. So the another way of explaining is, if you're going through a nightmare, the only knowledge you need is you're sleeping. I wake you up. The knowledge of waking state will stop the trauma of the dream, isn't it? Some people are, daydreaming also, like, kind of a limbo state. They're not fully awake, right? They're still going through the dream. They're still going through. But the moment you know that you're awake, the dream ends. The tragedy of the dream ends. So it could be a real bad tragedy. The moment you wake up, the knowledge kills the suffering. The knowledge kills the limitation of the dream. So that's what's happening. You're going. Bye. See. So the darkness, there's a cave full of darkness for thousands of years. To remove darkness, you go and sleep. Will it go? How do you remove darkness? Only through light. So how do you remove ignorance? You can't do anything else. The only solution is somebody has to drill it in you that you are full. You are full, you are full, you are full. So there are 4 Vedas and thousands of scriptures only telling you, you are Paripurna, you are Paripurna, you are Paripurna. Because that is your state. You don't feel it because you're ignorant of it. You see a snake where there is a rope. So we go and ask this question, God, why are you making us suffer like this? God is not the cause. God is saying there is a rope. You are seeing a snake. What can God do? He is saying there is a rope, there is a rope, there is a rope. How is he saying? Through all these Vedas and all this religion, all the scriptures, he's saying there is a rope, there is a rope, there is a rope. You're saying no, no, no. There is a snake, there is a snake. So whatever is you see, that's what you will feel. So you go through all these ups and downs because you see the world where there is only Brahman. Where the scriptures are saying you are full. What are you begging at my Guru says you're begging at the doorsteps of the world. Thoda ye de de, thoda wo de de, thoda, my son, he should talk to me. Thoda, please. You're asking, begging there. You should talk to me. If it doesn't talk to me, I'm not happy. Hey man, what is your status? How have you fallen there? Your status is full. You just have to say, Aham full. That's it. I am full. Swami Ramatirtha explains it. Just say it. I am full. I am not dependent on anybody or anything. That is the problem. Action, the complications of dependence on the world. Vidya nihanti avidya. Vidya destroys avidya. That's it. And it's not theoretical, it's practical as well. To understand where it's coming from. Okay. Any questions? What questions?
Vivek, if we don't do action,
Yeah.
if we live in the truth that we are full and we don't do any action, how do we feed ourselves? How do we live in this world?
Yeah.
I mean that knowledge is very important, but we need something to take us in this world also. No?
Yeah. Now, where has it? Just show me where it has been said that you should not do action.
No, you said it is ignorance which is the cause of action.
Yes.
So now, if we remain in that philosophy that we are full, or we remain in that thought that we are full, how is it that we would be able to navigate the world?
So first of all, they never say that action cannot be there. The action is insignia of life. Without action, people die. Period. Now, what they're saying is, he's addressing this to a particular audience where they believe that only through action they will get permanent happiness. That is the belief. Understand? So for which he's saying, no, please don't get into these unnecessary rituals and practices, forgetting that knowledge is important. So in Vedanta, they never say don't act. Obviously, we are in ignorance. And first of all, it's not practical to sustain that thought, I am full all the time. It's not practical. For which the other sadhanas are there. The sadhanas of unselfish activities, bhajans and devotion for the mind. All this is important. To cleanse your mind. Once you clean your mind, then you are prepared to take in the knowledge. Then you understand that knowledge is the source. But they never say that don't do activity. Is that okay?
Yeah. And another question that I had with reference to the talk that you gave last week. I mean, if you,
one second. You have any question? Can you? Yeah, please.
No, what I was saying is with reference to the talk that you gave last week, you said as long as we have positive karmas, we enjoy the benefit of being in heaven, let's say.
Yes.
And then once the karmas get once you complete the benefit of being in heaven, you again come down to earth to restart your
journey.
Restart your journey. And you also said that when you keep doing good, you get attached to your good action.
Yes.
Now, my question is that if that is so, when do you actually come out of the cycle of birth and death? That means people like Shankaracharya or the great seers of the yesteryears will also be there in the world today. Am I right? Am I right in concluding that?
So there are three types of activities, right? One is selfish, unselfish, and selfless. Selfless is selfish, unselfish, we understand. Selfish, we do it for ourselves. Unselfish, we do it for others. Selfish is papa karma, unselfish is punya karma. Akarma or karma, you can say akarma, is selfless activity. Selfless activity is you neither have a selfish intention or unselfish intention. You do it because it's your divine, the divine will is that this is your talent, execute the talent. Thy will be done, you know. He has given me this talent to help others, let's say. But when I help others, I don't do it to help others. This is the thing that needs to be done. So there is no intention behind the action. So when there is no intention behind the action, there is no debit or credit in the action. Because you're not giving any potential to the action. The action is being executed.
Minus attachment.
Minus desire. Attachment, yes. So you do activity because it is the right thing to do. So see, for example, unselfish activity, you want to serve somebody. God has given you some talent. God has given you some emotion to think about others and given you some resources to do something for others. Just do it, man. Just do it. What do you want from that? No. By doing that, I'll make sure that they're happy. No, that's not your duty to make sure that they're happy or not. You're doing it for their happiness, but that's it. That's where it ends. You have to do it because God has given you that talent to do. Just do it. It's not that, I will do it for them. No. When you do that, there is no debit or credit. There's no credit. There's no punya accrued from it. What happens is your desire reduces by that. I'll tell you one incident. There's a person from South Africa who can draw amazing. Like people buy her drawing, She's a housewife. She was a teacher before, she's a housewife. But when she draws, she's in that for days on. And I don't know, she's really amazing. She'll look at a flower and she'll draw that flower and you can't even tell how good it is, it is different from plant. So she came to Swamiji to give an ask her what to do, what next to do. Swamiji said, stop drawing. Stop drawing. She is like, what are you saying? Drawing is my life. Obviously, she's interested in Vedanta. Stop drawing. And stop drawing. You're wasting your time in drawing. If you want, when there's nothing else to do, then maybe dabble in it. But stop this as your profession, he said. See, you must understand this is coming from a very high place. It's not applicable to anybody, generally. It's applicable to that person only. Right? It's applicable to that person. You stop drawing. I also wondered why he said that, but I had an inkling why. Then she could not understand. She went a couple of times and he said the same thing and he just fired her left, right, center. Life itself is a drawing. Why do you have to draw? Look at that flower and appreciate that. Sit there for 1 hour and appreciate it. Why do you have to draw? He's saying. Life itself is drawing. What else you want? But you want to draw. This is your limitation. And he really discouraged her and then put her in a place and whatnot. Then she's telling me, after 5-6 months, I understood what he said. Then she said, once I stopped it, now I do Vedanta. She doesn't have to. She goes to different places and teaches Vedanta, and she studies Vedanta on her own. And she's saying, I thought I could never live without doing that, but I see it now. It's like, ah, big deal. I go teach kids to draw, but then I don't feel like drawing. Usually I used to pick up all the remaining painting and then do drawing something. Now I don't do anything like that. I said, so what do you teach? What do you learn from this? She's saying, whatever is automatic to me, drawing is not something I developed. It's a God-given talent, right? Whatever is automatic to me. I am just indulging in it. So he says, no indulgence. You're drawing because you want to indulge. It's a way of entertainment. So what is happening? Your mind has taken over. Where is your effort there? I'm telling you this, don't take it for anybody. It's specific for that person. Specific for that person. And she's saying, my God, thank God there is a guru like this who has nothing to gain from me and is telling me to do this. It's not that I'm going to give him $1 million. It's not that I'm going to teach his lectures everywhere. I'm doing my own thing. What does he have to gain from me? Why is he giving me? Then she understood. Cut that desire. Desire should not rule you. How do you understand? Unless you are a Vedantic class member, it's difficult to understand. Anybody else you tell, kya baat kar rahe ho? For Adi Shankaracharya and these people, they have done selfless activities. They have no desire to do activity, but they do the right thing.
Like how he says in the Gita, no? What I do, people will follow. Krishna says that. So,
Yeah.
So if he remains idle, then people will remain
Yes.
idle.
Yes, that's also correct. Is that okay, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you. But it is a great thought that you sowed, that to keep desires in check.
Yes. Keep desires in check. Okay. We'll stop. Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.
Hari Om, sir.